Breaking news, 247,000 Americans have filed for unemployment. You heard me correctly, 247,000 Americans. But the bad news is that there are 130 companies that are going to be laying off thousands of people in June alone. Ohio, California, so many states are doing mass layoffs. It is predicted we are going to have a recession by the second quarter. If you are not planning for a recession, you should be. Please get your finances in order.
247,000 people applying for unemployment, with job losses continuing to rise as consumer goods company Procter & Gamble recently lays off 7,000 workers, citing the tariffs as a reason to why.
Procter & Gamble is cutting 7,000 jobs globally. Procter & Gamble is a massive company, maker of Gillette, Tide, Charmin, and Pampers. They also make Febreze, Olay, Pantene, Mr. Clean, Duracell, and Crest toothpaste, amongst many other iconic brands. But they are saying that they are having to do these layoffs thanks to the higher cost imposed by customs duties, also known as tariffs. Procter & Gamble is also cutting costs because consumers are pulling back. As you may have heard from the story I did on Dollar General, people are spending less on essentials. And it's not just at the dollar store, it's amongst Procter & Gamble's family of brands too. So once again, wherever you look in US retail, the consumer is under pressure. And you know what that is an indicator of: recession. There's simply nothing else that you can call all of these companies laying people off and all these consumers pulling back on their spending. And as much as I hate to be the bearer of bad news, more announcements like this will be on the way. It's simply inevitable with the trade policy that we have right now.
Well, yeah, with 130 companies set to announce layoffs in June, there's no surprise there. And then, yeah, I guess like we're making America great, or we're making America jobless again. I don't know. You tell me. But yeah, these companies, they'll do anything to capitalize on any excuse, right? Now they're going to try and blame tariffs, but here are their numbers for 2024, right? This is their fiscal year 2024 by the numbers. $84 billion net sales, up 2%. Organic sales growth, up 4%. Core EPS growth, up 12%. Operating cash flow, $19.8 billion. Adjusted free cash flow productivity, 105%. And this is their letter to their shareholders. So fiscal year 2024 was another strong year for Procter & Gamble. So it looks like, essentially, like, I'm not going to bore you guys with the details, but they had a stellar year. Yet, it's not enough for them, and they're going to go ahead to lay off 7,000 of their employees. That helped them to achieve those numbers. Make it make sense, y'all, because it doesn't make sense to me.
I think the hardest part of being laid off is really realizing that these people are just not your friends. I worked with these people for 2 years. I got laid off in August. It is now the end of January. I have not heard from anybody, like not one person. But what I can see is them looking at my LinkedIn, like stalking my LinkedIn. I could see you when you do that. But it's like you work with these people for years and they don't care about you. But then on the other hand, if you aren't social with them, then you're a bitch. And you are also on the chopping block. So you can't win. No, I was not laid off due to any performance. Like, in fact, my performance was phenomenal. Like, I blew it out the water. I know my salary was a little bit higher than everyone else's, so I'm just going to chalk it up as that. But when you're either not personable enough or too personable, you will always be on the chopping block. Especially if you're a person of color, like I have to. So I gotta overlaugh, overperform, go to these happy hours that I probably don't even want to go to because honestly, I don't like drinking at work no more. All for y'all to just forget about me. Like, I have to create fake friendships that take my energy from my real people for y'all really not to give two craps about me. Anyway, I'm interviewing today. I have 4 interviews this week. I've just done 1. I have 1 more today and then 2 more later on this week. Wish me luck, guys. I really need a job.
Good luck, sis. But breaking news, it's not just jobs that don't give a damn about you. It's most people. Most people don't give a damn about most people. And that's just how it is. And I see she's mentioning race as a reason for being laid off. I mean, like white, brown, black, Asian, Indian, doesn't really matter what your race is. Everybody is getting hit by this. If anything, I believe the diversity, equity, and I don't know, the DEI hiring didn't favor people of color, with black females being like a double whammy because they're female and they're black, right? So that's a double whammy. If you throw in something else, you could even get a triple whammy, right? So I'm not buying it that they laid her off because she's black. I think no, I'm not buying it. But anyways, what do I know, right? C student over here. In this next clip, you will see the calmest person ever to be laid off. And she's literally like, namaste. Namaste, bitches. Just watch.
So, I have news that I don't want to share with you, but I have to.
Okay, I'm prepared.
And this is why I was telling you yesterday, all the things that I said, which 100% are true. I am so proud of you and the work that you've done. As part of a company-wide restructure, we have to eliminate certain roles, and unfortunately, your role has been affected. I really, really enjoyed working with you. And like I've said 100 million times, I feel like a proud mom, like seeing you blossom and turn into this wonderful, wonderful teammate has been nothing short of a true pleasure.
I don't ever look at things like this as like it's happening to me, it's more so happening for me.
Yeah. So again, I'm sorry. I know you're an optimistic person, so it sucks. I'm sorry.
It's all a part of the process. Good to me, I've learned so much. Obviously, like I'm sad to like part ways with the people that I met here, but I don't necessarily have to part ways. I can still talk to them. And this might just be that final step that God's like, okay, you're gonna go all in. You need to go all in. Thank you. I really do appreciate you. Thank you. All right. Talk to you later. Bye.
Bye.
Yeah. See? Sojo. Right? Like she's super cool about it. Like I see there's nothing super zen about it with a smile and everything. But something tells me she's gonna be A-okay, right? With such a genuine smile. Right? She's got such a genuine smile. I think she's gonna be okay. Then there's this effing guy, right? This effing guy here.
I resigned from my software engineering job at a full remote company paying $400K a year. Today is my last day, and here's why.
Nah, I don't want to know why. Chances are that you can't justify why, right? But yeah, feel free to go check out the full video for this guy's when he's explaining why. I linked it down in the description below. But essentially, he moved to an even higher paying job in the AI space. Yep, you heard me right. People are still working in AI, even as it continues to displace a lot of people from their jobs. We have fellow human beings actively developing it. Make it make sense, yeah. But yeah, I really want to hear from you guys down in the comments below. Be sure to leave your thoughts and your opinions down in the comments. They really do shed a lot of real life light on this phenomenon that we're experiencing right now. So please go ahead and do that. And until next time, peace.